Saturday was semi-finals day at the Sony Ericsson Championships. First up were Venus Williams and Jelena Jankovic, who played out a rerun of last year's semi-final. Venus was once again triumphant, coming from behind to record victory in 3 sets. The latest in a long line of epic matches in Doha saw a fiercely contested first set. Williams suffered a knee injury early on and did well to recover from an early Jankovic break. But Williams lost her serve again in game 11. The defending champion was battling an increasing error count as well as a determined Jelena Jankovic, who edged ahead at 6-5. The Serbian had also endured her own moments of inconsistency in the first set. She held her nerve, though, to serve out the opener 7-5. It was well deserved. Jankovic had looked the better player in the first set. That may have had something to do with court time in Doha, following straight sets wins over Wozniacki and Azarenka and the retirement of Dementieva. Jankovic came into the match relatively fresh. Conversely, Williams was often struggling in the second set, but always seemed to have the class to get herself out of trouble. The inability to take several break opportunities got to Jankovic, who suddenly found herself on the defensive. Venus made the breakthrough in game 6. Jankovic had already saved 2 break points when Williams succeeded at the third time of asking. A terrific forehand down the line saw the American up by 4 games to 2. She closed the deal soon afterwards, serving it out 6-3 to take the match into a third and deciding set. It was far from plain sailing for Williams in the decider. She found herself 2 love down before once again mounting a successful comeback. Some powerful and precise hitting saw the American take the next 3 games. 3 double faults from Jankovic had helped her in that endeavour before the Serbian gave it one final push. She broke back to love to make it 3-all. But in a seesaw third set, it was Venus that prevailed by the odd break in 5. She never looked back after securing that lead in game 7. 5-7, 6-3, 6-4 was the eventual margin of victory for Venus. It was a spirited performance from both players, but trademark resilience from Williams saw her through to Sunday's final. The question is, can Venus recover in time after yet another epic match? Her opponent will be sister Serena, who was made to work less hard by the injury-affected Caroline Wozniacki. Williams was a set-up before Wozniacki had to withdraw from the match. More disappointment for the Dane, who's had to endure a dreadful week. Many players have found it difficult to adapt to the heat and humidity of Doha, but none more dramatically than Wozniacki, who we've seen incapacitated with cramp and in floods of tears. The tragedy for the world number 4 is that she's played some fantastic and gutsy tennis. In this one, she broke Serena in the opening game of the match. But Williams soon took over. She blitzed her way to 2 consecutive breaks to lead by 4 games to 2. But every time the ailing Wozniacki has been written off in this tournament, she's come back to surprise us. She showed real spirit to continually haul back Williams in this match. She twice bounced back to put the match back on serve, first at 4-2, and then again when Williams was serving for the set at 5-3. For her part, Serena has not quite ironed out the inconsistencies that have blighted her tournament. She was the better player, but kept letting Wozniacki off the hook. Serena eventually claimed the opening set 6-4 with yet another break of the Wozniacki serve. But by that time, the Dane was running on empty. There was one final show of defiance from Wozniacki. She had received more medical attention ahead of the second set, but incredibly managed to break Serena in the first game. It seemed that the teenager felt like ending her tournament on a high. With that break secured, she immediately surrendered the match, handing Serena her place in the final. Wozniacki has impressed many in Doha with her strength and determination. This was a moral victory for her. But it's Serena that goes forward to battle it out with sister Venus for the Sony Ericsson Championship.